Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Junk Journal Round Robin, hashtag JJ Round Robin, which is a collaboration among Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos, Cindy at Studio Lou, and me, and I am almost ready to sneeze. Maybe not. Each one of us collected 60 pieces of ephemera, split them into 30 packages each, sent one of those packages to each of the others, and through the month of April, we are each opening one package from each of the other, and then making a piece of ephemera with it. So no thematics, no suggestions, no anything, just that there was 30 individual pieces, and that they were junk journal related. And this is proving to be, for me, one of the most creative alongs I have ever done. This is spectacular. So I strongly encourage, if you have two other buddies that you can do this kind of round robin with, absolutely go after it. And if you do, and you do the 30 days, use hashtag JJ Round Robin. That's my commercial. Let's get after it. Where's my stuff? Here's my stuff. Envelope 9, and let's see what. So we've got the envelope, which I've been used almost every time. Oh, bingo. I have a long detailed story about bingo, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can craft and tell stories at the same time. Oh, this is neat. Sous-vêtement. Marqué petit bateau. So little boat. Sous-vêtement. Vêtement is clothes, so sous is under, so underclothes by the brand Petit Bateau. Wow, that's an orange. And this is the printed peanut. It says here, the printed peanut. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's an artist or a shop or a magazine or what. We've got that, and we've got some more of her outstanding color curation. I'm not going to sneeze, but my nose is going to run. Here. And for what Cindy has provided, this is a really interesting. I feel like I should go back and like resend and redo all of my packages, because they did so much more interesting packages. That's what I want to say. I was not going to say better or worse, because it's not. This is not morality. Ooh. Look at those. This is another thing that is fascinating to me about, and maybe one of the things that I am learning. Random. We spend a lot of time finding the exact perfect thing as a collective. We are thrifting, going to auctions, coveting stuff in shops and all that kind of stuff. And this is a random collection. And look how incredibly harmonic all of this is. It's all in a particular warm colorway. There's pinks, there's golds. It's really excellent, and that is completely random. So we weren't ever talking to each other about things, about what to do. So what do I want to do? So I want to use, I like this yellow. Okay, 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 okay. So this is, silence is an indication of thinking. So it can't be this wide. But I could do it that way, maybe. Let's do one of those. Wow, I make a decision like that, and it's already what my impulse was let's just cut it. Let's just cut it. It's like, hold up there, cowboy. So I think so. I want to do some kind of a book, I guess. Oops. Oh. I'm starting to think my step one really ought to be to deconstruct an envelope, because it seems that that's what I do every single time. Okay, we're just back to square one. Oh, I need to get up and go blow my nose. I'll be right back. I'm going to sneeze. So no sneezes, but that feels better. TMI. So that's what I think I need to do. So I need to tear it. There. Oops. I fold it like that. There. I could fold it like that. Ish. there. So I've got some waterfallies. Well, I folded it upside down. Well, it is what it is. No, they're going to be whatever. So, it's the long way. Reverse waterfall. Ha! Is that your problem? There. That's better. Okay. This one doesn't go that way. It goes that way. Well, that's grim. Okay, but we're getting somewhere. So putting that on the front, I think will be fine. And now I want to have a couple of additional pieces. What am I trying to line up? I'm trying to line that up. Or am I trying to line that up? As high as it will go. So technically speaking, can I do that? I think I probably can. Maybe I don't want to. It goes to there. Maybe that's what I want to do. What am I trying to do? I am trying to create, I like this edge as something that's what I should do. So I want that edge sort of go somewhere in between this and that. Kind of like that. And then to there. And then this will be there to there, and there to there. Okay, so I start tearing. So I wanted another page that had an interesting shape to it. There. I'm going to fold this before I cut it, because I may not need to cut it, because there may be something interesting that happens as a result. But I'm not sure. done. What did I say that I wanted to do? Something like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. There. This, so I need to cut, I think, I'm not going to cut it yet because that seems just like it's not a good idea. So far on house. Where my thing here? There. Nope, you can't do that because you need to have this. Because that's going to go about there. I can do it like halvesies. Don't see why not. Okay, a little bit of a rest. We're doing fine. I'll need some thread for those or something. Does this petite bateau go anywhere? I could almost just do that. Put it in as a page. And put one of these in as a page. So my bingo story is school related. And I still don't know if I can tell the story because it's complicated and I'm making things at the same time. We had to do a project, a group project, and it was for, what course was it for? For services. So consumer services, and this was, so bingo is part of the gambling industry, and it is also part of the entertainment, and gambling is an entertainment. And so it's part of the entertainment industry. Anyway, so we decided that this was going to be our focus, that we were going to research the bingo industry and various aspects of it, and then sort of bring it back to the class. That's part of the presentation. So I had never been to a bingo hall in my life. And so I wanted to do two parts of the research. I wanted to do literal player research, so questionnaires of the people who played bingo. And I also wanted to do the math on what is the break even as a player. So what is the maximum amount of money that you want to spend buying cards so you are maximizing your payoff if you get it. And so I think I visited at least a good dozen bingo halls, and every time I would do surveys, and so with permission of the hall. And did we do that, or was it just a couple of the halls that we did surveys because we didn't get permission? So I might have returned a couple of times to the same to the same halls, and then sort of did the calculation. So in order to observe, I had to play I had to play bingo because I could observe if I was a player. And so I will share with you my hot bingo tips if you are bingo players. And this is based on the research of me and my team at the graduate level. First thing, I figured out the break even. And so you can buy these in various sizes. You can buy them as sheets of, like huge sheets of 20. You can do them like 10, 12, 6. I think either breakdowns of 2s or maybe breakdowns of 4 columns. In any event, I always bought the smallest one, which was, I think it was 6. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that I got the minimum because I was observing, so I didn't want to spend a whole lot of attention paying attention to this board. So there were people who will get 20, like 2 huge sheets. Well, bingo goes fast enough that you actually can't search and dab all of the numbers accurately. So I would regularly see people with too many bingo cards for them to accurately pick all of the numbers that they are dabbing. So that means that the player is losing chances. They've also spent a lot of money because I think a large thing was 20. This is turning into a bingo lecture, I'm sorry. Second thing, so the less cards, the easier it is going to be to pick your numbers. The break-even point for bingo is, I think, 6. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because you are paying a little bit of money for a few chances, but the overall chance mechanism is you spend too much money with a low probability of winning, but you spend way too much money buying large sheets with about the same level of winning probability. Because I would go into bingo halls that would have like 150, 200 people, and they all had all of these cards. And so if you buy 2 or 3 extra cards, you're not increasing your chances by that much. So you're not enough to compensate for the numbers. Anyways, long story short, I ended up winning like $1,500 through the time that I was there. And I had to go to a lot of halls. I had to go to a lot of bingo. I had to spend a lot of time there. But because I was always spending a tiny amount of money, whenever I won, even if it was like a $50 prize, I would recoup most of my money. So those are 2 hot bingo tips for you. There's a whole pot. The research on who plays bingo was also really interesting, but I am totally losing the plot, and we need to get back to this. So we've got this. What do I want to do for the top? So I think I want to put this down. And I might want to just do that, but I feel like this needs to be reinforced because it's not very strong. Come on, you can do it. There we are. Oh, that one might be fun. We glue that and then just flip that over there. Sure, let's do that. No recollection of what our mark was. But I did enjoy that. I mean, you know, as projects go, to go out and play bingo in the community, not a bad time. So it was as a student, as a university student, getting $1,500 as part of your coursework, sweet! I remember that as being one of the highlights of that course. I wonder if I can do that. I don't think I can. It's gonna be too big. Let's do this. There we go. It was educational as well to, in the surveys, to understand people's attitudes towards gambling, of why did they come to this particular entertainment. And there is also a cultural, I was an interloper, and whenever I won, I would become an enemy of the people because I had not been paying into the pot for like 3 years to then be not allowed, but afforded winning, which was also an interesting social effect. And I'm just going to tear those off. Oh. That would be so cool. If that was just a little bit more, and then use that as the, okay, so we've got to do a repair. There we are, you can do that. Doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to be done. The people that I was most sad about, I guess is the right word, is the people who believed that their investment would pay for something. So for example, well, you know what, if I win, I get to buy an XYZ. And how often do you come? Like 2 or 3 times a week. And how much do you pay? Oh, $20 or $30. It's like, well, just don't go and save the money and you'll get it in a far more efficient way. But I think there are other social reasons to go. There's a lot of, I go with my mom, I go with my girlfriends, I go with my, my adult kids, whatever. And so I think that is also part of the reason why you would go. Okay, well, this is wonky. Just saying that. Oh, how do we get down these roads? I don't have one. I'm going to put one of these on at the top as like a diddly dangle. Maybe I'll use all 3. So what do I want to do? What are we doing here? I am trying to create a fold over thing like this. So step number 1, she's not straight. So straighten it up. Where's my ruler? Here it is. Where are we at? Oh, we're only at 30 minutes. So there, here. One of the things that I found really interesting is, and I can't remember the resource, it was some academic textbook somewhere that showed you the calculation of breaking even, and it wasn't complicated at all. It was a really straightforward, oh, just do this and then do that and blah, 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 and then you're done. Oh, yes, that would be fun. Okay. So what do we need? So if I do that, I'm going to need some kind of backing. Because that is not at all sturdy. Oh. There. Okay, there. Nope. There's that. And I'm just moving these over a skosh, if I can. That's not straight anymore, but that is. There we are. Oh, I'm sneezing again. I swear I'm allergic to paper dust. Now then, I don't need to square this up. I always do, but I don't need to. So let's just be all kinds of whimsy and not square it up. There. Oh, nope, that doesn't need to go there. Put that back in there. And so, line that up at the 1/2 inch. Oops. Half inch. There we are. Pull that up. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. There. Gonna line that up to the 1/2 inch like that. There. Okay, so where are we at now? So I want to do some backside reinforcement. And I think I will use something from the Journal with Me kit from Cindy at Studio Lou's Patreon account. A rabbit would be fun. And it's a rabbit because it's a rabbit's foot, as in a charm of, oh, that's another whole, there's another whole story. 2 rabbits, perfect. Another thing about the whole bingo industry. the charm drive. So there would be people who would use their like, they would show up, they would buy usually their sort of 2 huge platforms, and then they would have their different color of dabbers for different events. They would have like those little troll things and other kinds of tchotchkes, and they would sort of display it out like a charm. And it was so interesting to me to watch people behave in ways that do not affect the outcome, and believe quite strongly that it does protect or influence the outcome. It's like, well, no, what does this little doodad have to do with balls falling way over there? You have no physical connection. And I know there's a lot of people who might believe in the woo-woo, and that is totally okay. You can believe what you want, but math is math and science is science, and probability is probability. Oh, my nose is running. Still, I'm allergic to paper, I swear. Okay, we're back. We're back with the bunnies. Oh, that one fits just perfect. That one's pretty good too. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're nearly done, I think. Legalized gambling has also really affected professional sport in a material way. So I go to a lot of baseball, and I have sat beside people who are doing live gambling, and the amount of anxiety that they have and the amount of vitriol they have for players who are not performing in the way that they have bet is stunning. And I always hope, well, I hope that's not a lot of money that you just put on that, because you look really upset now. I hope it's just like $1.95 and you didn't have anything else to do with that money, because money helps your, as much as we don't, yeah. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I am going to staple this now, and then glue the top thing as a way to hide the staples, I think. Yes, I have to do it that way. So let's bring the stapler over. You pays your money, you gets the full experience. Professional athletes also report a tremendous amount of negative feedback, threats, all kinds of horrible behaviors from people who are betting and betting on their performance. And when they don't perform as the person has bet, they are very, very angry and will I don't want to do that. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Threaten the player, the family, and so on and so forth, so that some players will refuse to be on social media anymore because it just opens up that door, which is quite sad. So we've got that. Oh dear. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of glue. Just saying. Okay. And I feel like we should just glue the whole lower bit down because we have these flaps coming out and back. There, get that thread out of the way, pop that over like that. There we are. And then we can have this, and then we have all of this. And then we can just tear. High as you want. There we are. So that's a flippy flappy hoodie. That's the bottom. And does this have a flap? It does, but you know what? It's not gonna. It's nae gonna matter. I feel like that should be the way it goes. There. Oh, this is from yesterday, I think. Should put that little tab there. Sure. I think I figured out the angle. I think what I want to do is make that not so deep. There. Now we can put that in. It gives also some directional indication on what flap goes where. Here. Look at that. Got a little pocket, which I think I kind of need to have a little bit of zhuzh on. I think you can see it, but not beautiful, but that's okay. And then we have all of our pages. Ooh. Oh no, we can see her, sort of. Doesn't matter. More paper. Paper. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's fun. And now I need some that's not really thread. That's not going to be long enough. That's not going to be long enough. Oh, here's another one. Another piece of linen. Well, with this big, I feel like this should be that. It's not going to be, I wonder if I could, what am I thinking? So I would love to take off that post. And I don't think I have a tool handy to be able to do that. So maybe what we do is we use a large hole and we just chomp her in. There we are. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No. There, okay, that's gonna be good enough. So I've switched it from the large one to the small one because it fits this hole much easier. And then we are gonna just pop something through the back, like that. And that's gonna be the fixative. And there. There is our flippy flappy, floppy pocket in there if we wanted to. Don't see anything that I could put into there handy, so that's fine. And then all the rest. And look at me, I didn't do any corners today, but that works. There we are. So that's day 9 in the books. We are almost a third the way through, and I am going to be so sad when this is over. So thank you so much for working with me through this and being around to have my little TED Talk on the bingo industry. I do hope it was never my intention to offend, so if I have, please accept my apologies. Please take very good care of yourself, stay out of trouble, and we'll see you real soon. Bye now.